Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and I have a fun card tutorial for you today using a fun technique with the Stamparatus. Let's get started. All the supplies used on today's card can be seen on the right hand side of the screen. These 2-for-1 cards are made using the Stamparatus tool, and this is a really great tool to have. On the grid paper I've already outlined my card front base. Now I have 3 pieces of card, 2 shimmery white and 1 basic black that we're using, and the Stamparatus tool is going to be really great to get that positioning on the same pieces of all 3 cards. So I've got the second largest layering circle there, and our 2 card bases, Whisper White Thick and Basic Black, as well as those 3 card fronts. So we're going to start with the Basic Black, putting it in that outline, bringing that die in, and then we're just going to lay the stamps over the top so they're positioned exactly where I want inside that die cut. Once I have it in position, I close the lid down on the Stamparatus and picks those stamps up. Now we're also heat embossing, so I'm going to bring the embossing buddy in just to make sure that there is no leftover stray pieces of powder. Bring in the Versamark ink. We're going to ink up those 2 stamps, and we're stamping on all 3 cards, so the basic black and the 2 shimmery whites. We're using 2 different embossing powders, so we have Whisper White embossing powder and also basic black. Now Stampin' Up no longer hold the basic black embossing powder, but I highly recommend having it in your stash. It's one of my favourite embossing powders. So on the basic black piece we have the white embossing powder, and then on the shimmery white we have 1 in Whisper White embossing powder and 1 in the basic black. So you can find all the measurements and supplies for what I'm using today over my blog, and there is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. You can also purchase all these supplies in my online store. Use the hostess code and you also get some wonderful goodies just for shopping with me. So this is the second of the shimmery whites. I lied, that was the first. This is the second one that we're doing now. So this is a bit of a process, but we need all 3 card fronts to be exactly stamped in the right position, and the Stamparatus really is the only tool that will make sure that they are stamped in the correct position. Using the Stampin' Up heat tool to melt all that embossing powder on each card front, you'll know that it's ready once it's all glossy and beautiful. Now the embossing buddy leaves a little bit of a powdery residue on the basic black card, so just using your fingers to rub it off. On one of the shimmery white card fronts we're going to do a little bit of sponging, and we've got 3 ink colours here: Blushing Bride, Rococo Rose and also Calypso Coral. I actually really like these 3 colours together. I've tried to go with a darker sponging, just using some quarter sponges of the stamping sponges. These colours could be changed to any colour you like, whether they be blues, purples, even browns would look really good as well. So we're blending in all colours as we move to the next one. One thing I would recommend as well is once you've finished, just going over the stamped image, the embossed image, to get rid of any excess ink colour. So using the Big Shot, I do make a mistake here. I've put all 3 cards together and gone to run through that die cut. I realised just before going through too far, we're actually only going to be using 1 that we're die cut through. So I'm just lining that die cut that I started, putting a bit of washi tape down and running that through. So we're only die cutting the sponged inked card front. So bringing those in, those other ones, and you can see that I've cut slightly down, but it won't make any difference. You won't see it anyway. So we've got the two card fronts. We have our card bases. We have basic black and thick whisper white. And now we're using those three card fronts that we have embossed to make two cards. So it's a 2-for-1 card. The inked image we're going to lay over the basic black card front, and our shimmery white is going to be layered down onto the basic black card base with the sponged circle. So we're layering with lots and lots of dimensionals on each card. So I'm just popping it down on the basic black and then gluing with liquid adhesive to the whisper white card base. The circle we're going to pop up onto the shimmery white card, and they lay up really easily. It's very easy to lay them on top of each other. I've used the Forever Fern bundle here with this card front, but you could use any image that you would like, what you have. Now we have the two cards. Now just to dress them up a little bit, I've got the Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I'm just going to do two little bows and attach them to the base of those set of leaves. I always find that glue dots work really well to attach ribbon. So I'm going to bring them in a minute and just place them down onto the card. Once the bows are secured down, I'm just going to chop off the ends of the tails. Thanks so much for watching me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video tutorial. Let me know what colour combo would you have gone with. I'll be back with another video very soon. I hope you can join me. Till then, bye bye.